What's happening, guys? Shane again from the Twin Sons podcast, as you can tell. Here I am today, making another video. Yesterday, we put up a video with some sharks and some monkeys. We're going to follow that up, actually. We had a good discussion with a few different friends, shared that on Reddit, shared it pretty much everywhere I could, and got some feedback and things, talking about the deck in general. Figured I want to explore the deck a little bit more. I think there's more to it than it was there. It was running a little clunky, and I've played it for a bit. And the games that felt good felt great, and then there's a few in between. So I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. I kind of pushed it to a little bit more of an aggro deck. So today I'm going to take you through some edits I made to the deck, and then we'll jump just straight into rank this time in the Masters, see how it works. All right, so let's go dive into this thing right here. We got monkeying around again. Take a look at the edits here. So we actually put a Cursed Keeper package in. We dropped out the Prowling and a few other things down at the early curve here, including Doom Beast as well. We wanted to fit in Stalking Shadows pretty bad. It just feels better than Glimpse in most cases, and I kind of wanted to dive even more into the ephemeral feeling. So what I did is I made this curve a little earlier, put the Cursed Keeper, the Butcher. We got Hapless for a good target with Stalking, and for Ravenous Butcher as well. We got Monkey Business still running 3 of. This card has felt a little bit clunkier without Warning Shot so far, but it still serves a really strong purpose, and you actually want to play it later in the game, which I found, has been quite interesting. Still running Monkey Idol, obviously. Soul Shepherd's still the heart of the deck. We added 2 Chroniclers here, and the Chroniclers are pretty sick. They actually can work on refreshing a Monkey Idol. If a Monkey Idol is down to 1 health, you just play it, kill the Monkey Idol, get a new one, so you refresh your Idol, which is really nice. Works great on the Shark Chariot as well, because you get the Shark that you have. If you can play a Shark on your turn, if you have 6 mana, replace that Shark. That Shark will then come back when this other Shark attacks, so it's a way to get 2 Sharks, which is really solid. Obviously, it's great on Cursed Keeper, and Stalking now can hit any of these really important units like Hapless. It's fine on Butcher. It's great on Cursed Keeper. It's amazing on Shark Chariot. It's solid on Chronicler, not so great on Monkey. Top end still looking the same. We still have the 2 Neverglade Collectors, which have been really good for pings here. Gangplank, Hecarim, 2 Rekindlers, which is also an amazing stalking target late game, and then 2 Harrowings to close out. So those are the edits I made. I took out Doom Beast. I was rocking the Neverglade Collector as well. The Bladed Caretaker, I was rocking the Bladed Caretaker. This card can feel really clunky at times. It does help level up Hecarim very quickly, but it just feels very, very clunky and kind of off at times. I took out the Grasp of the Undying at the end because I just kind of wanted to focus more on the rush style. Doom Beast would actually fit better in this version now that I'm running Stalking, but I want to run Chronicler because Chronicler has been really strong so far. That's always a flex option here. But yeah, there's a bunch of other options. The deck's really cool because you can really shift it different ways. You can add more top-heavy stuff, like if you want to add Atrocity for some finishing power, or Citrus Courier, or even Riptide to add a little extra top-heavy. You can really do that pretty easily. But I tried to actually go the opposite way, add a little bit more of an early package, try to overwhelm them decently early with Keeper, Butcher combo, as well as getting some Shark Chariot nonsense going on with Soul Shepherd and Monkey. So heart of the deck's still there, really fun. So like I said, today let's just dive straight into ranked this time, feeling a little bit more comfortable with the deck, so we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I'll just tell you, this is, just started making YouTube videos. We've been making a podcast since the game got into beta even. We were starting back in a long time ago. We were talking about content. Me, my friend Mikey, my friend Josh all make content here. Just me for right now on YouTube. But, trying to put out, at least 3 to 4 videos a week. And, we're not editing a ton, so we're just kind of diving right in. So if I lose, that's what the video is going to be. If I win, that's what the video is going to be. So we're just throwing it up, seeing how it goes, working on some channel intro stuff and things like that. But for the most part, we're just having fun diving right in. So I appreciate you guys checking the video out. If you are spending any time checking it out, it means a lot. So this deck's been pretty good. I'm guessing it's the Go Hard Twisted Fate deck. It's very solid. Very annoying. This hand is not super great. I'll probably just go Soul Shepherd here. So Monkey is weird early because you don't have a lot of defensive triggers for when the damage can go through. So it does feel a little awkward because you normally want to play it on defense so you can get the Monkey on offense as well. So it's actually better late when you just kind of have like an Everglade collector online and things are getting pinged that way, or if you just use it after you attack with like an overwhelm unit and then Everglade just happens to be in the board as well and can proc things. So pretty solid there. He's getting a pretty good curve here for sure. Alright, so we got 2 Soul Shepherds, which is pretty awkward. They're actually really solid for when you Harrowing, because they come back. And they buff each other after they keep going, which is pretty crazy. We're just going to play monkey business here. Just to get one out. A double buffed monkey. Does not feel super great. We're going to have to win with Gangplank coming out here. Soul Shepherds are probably going to become fodder, just block fodder at this point, because we were getting a little bit behind. We have 3 Gangplanks, which is just like super weird. But yeah, we'll block these 2 here. I'm going to just go ahead and mute this guy. I'm not sure. He's just spamming emotes that aren't even funny. Blue, if you're watching this, you got to work. You got to work on your emote game, dude. Alright, so we have a Gangplank's parlay if we really felt like it. Which we probably will. We'll probably parlay on this. There's no reason I need the extra mana here. So we'll parlay on the Doom Beast here. We're getting pretty low on health for sure. Need to simmer down some of his units here. And I really don't need the 3rd Gangplank. Put the collector out. So he's not in range for Ruination. He can definitely just Vengeance. Now he can't. So we'll send these 2 here. Expect Gangplank to die at some point somehow. He's just digging on that side. Yeah, the Avarice and Sentry is a solid pull, at least, for Warden's Prey to make for him. Alright, so now if Gangplank dies at some point, we have the Rekindler online, which is nice. So we kind of do want our stuff to die. At least it's been pretty annoying. We do have the option to kill this instead of Elise. Technically is more damage at the moment, at least. So we'll go here. Alright, you're just gonna Vengeance my Everglade. That works. So we'll drop a Rekindler here. Yeah, I think we want to use this, so we'll kill the 2-1 here. So we do have enough for Harrowing here. It's not the best Harrowing, but we might have to do it. He's putting a go hard on that. Huh. So there are some problems. He does have Ruination, so I don't really want to play into getting Ruinated, which does suck. I mean, this deck definitely runs Ruination. Play a unit, he Ruinations. Definitely looks pretty bad, so I definitely don't want a Harrowing here. I could play Hecarim and then hope he doesn't have a Ruination, and that will get through a ton of damage, but a Ruination will really hurt. I think just open attacking is probably my safest bet here. But the problem is I could actually lose this turn if I don't actually play Hecarim. So we might have to play this and hope he doesn't have the Ruination. The thing that, when he shot my own Cursed Keeper and put this out, it just is kind of a tell that, alright, Ruination is there. And do I lose if he doesn't Ruinate this turn? Yeah, it's a tough call. I think we'll just open attack here. Because like I said, if he ruinates after I play Hecarim or something along those lines, it's really going to hurt. Right, so you had it. I mean, Ruination now doesn't feel nearly as bad as it would have. So either one of these really is fine. I think the Collector is actually a little bit better, so I could Harrowing next turn on defense, which looks weird, but it would actually heal me for 5, so it's a play that could technically save me the game if I had to. Ideally, I don't have to. Alright, so now we can just play Hecarim, drop the 2 mana. Again, if he kills this, you know, if he has a second Ruination, we're in trouble, because it's going to stop our Harrowing play. But if not, feeling alright. So he's getting a couple extra kegs. He only has cast 1 Go Hard so far, so we're still a ways away from that actually hurting that bad. Oh, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that'll do it. So I should have played a Ravenous Butcher to kill my own Hecarim there to heal for 1. So that's something I could have done to actually get out of range of Doom Beast. To go up to 5, that would have been a good play. I think he still wins there because he's got 3 things he can attack with and gets the damage through anyway. So yeah, either way, I think he's going to end up winning that game. So we'll dive into another one. So it felt alright. It didn't hit a super great curve at the beginning. But yeah, I can't complain too much about the curve. I still hit units. No monkey business, no idol or sharks or anything along those lines. It's kind of the risk of the deck though. Alright, so we're playing against Ezreal Swain here. Ezreal Swain. Alright, so this looks a little better. We're attacking on 2. Monkey Business is an again, like I said, it kind of becomes like a late game card unless you see a particular unit curve early. So I'm actually going to toss it, but I already have a shark. You know what? I'm going to second guess what I just said. I'm going to keep it simply just because I already have a shark, so it can minimally be an activator for that. So this curve is pretty tasty. So again, he's going to have plenty of removal, so Soul Shepherd might just get dropped right as soon as I play it. We're going to try to start with Shark so we can get an attack here. 3 mana, I can easily just Thermo Beam my Soul Shepherd this turn. Also, Culling Strike's a card that really hurts. Mystic Shotting the Shark is interesting. I guess he doesn't want to take the damage, but definitely not the nicest feeling thing you can do as that player. We're going to play Monk Idol, force him to have a removal. He's got to have a Calling Strike now to get rid of it. If not, it at least gets 1 Monkey, which then attacks with the Shark. So now he can just kill it with pretty much whatever he wants. So now we can get greedy. We can play Soul Shepherd here, and then another Shark that will be buffed by that. Yeah, let's go for it. So this does give him a turn. Like I could have opened, attacked, and had a good... Okay, that's not that big of a deal, a chump wump. Yeah, so Thermo Beam comes down for that. Which again, like we said, isn't the huge, biggest deal. So that's a pretty solid attack on turn 4. I know I don't really have a ton of defensive power here, but it's still a lot of damage coming out, which is good. That's what we want. And then we just need to consistently be able to get another ephemeral attacker on my turn 5. We have Ezreal coming out. We're going to put Collector on the board. I think it does a lot of damage. So my other option is I could save for Harrowing on turn 6. So you always have the play because it only costs 9 now. So you could always save 3 spell mana and then Harrowing on turn 6, which is nuts. You get a huge attack off. It'll be monkeys. It'll be sharks as well. His play here is probably just attack this, get the 2, and then shoot my monkey idol. If that's the case, he'll take 1 damage because I'll have Neverglade out, and then he'll take 2 more damage from this. So although Harrowing is interesting, I think this is just more consistent. And I'm not feeling pressured where I'm going to die, so I always can Harrowing later, especially after Neverglade dies at some point, because that coming back is really strong. Okay, so he's shooting the Neverglade Collector, which I find super interesting. just simply because he's going to take damage there, and now I have a free open attack here, and that dies as well. I have a free open attack. It's actually interesting. I kind of just want to attack here. I mean, he can still shoot an Everglade outside of that. But, to be fair, I have the option to play another monkey here. If I play another monkey and he static shocks and kills both monkeys, that punishes me very hard because I won't get the 2 sharks. So I think the play here is just attack because the 2 sharks are very strong right now. It kind of forces him to use like a static shock on these sharks instead here. So as you can tell, I mean, when the deck does go off, it does apply lots and lots of pressure very fast. And he just accepts death because I was putting out damage. So turn 6, monkeys and sharks really going off. We'll take it. We will take it. So if he had a Culling Strike, that would have hurt. But I think we played most things right. Most situations felt pretty solid there. Blasting him with some monkeys and sharks. Always feels good. Moving up in the 69 LP. I mean, come on. So we'll roll one more and then end the video after this one. So 1-1 so far on the day. Not too bad. Alright, we got, looks like a They Who Endure style deck. So if we see a good curve, we'll be kind of set. And put some pressure on. We don't have a lot of answers for They Who Endure themselves, so that can be rough. I think we'll actually keep Chronicler and Cursed, and we'll pitch Monkey Business. So if I had a Shark, Monkey Business is an interesting keep, because you can just guarantee you get that ephemeral attacker at least. But without that, it doesn't feel super great. Yeah, so this hand's not super strong. It got a lot better. It did get a lot better. Yeah, and my Hapless Aristocrat, the 2 that I've run, it could 100% just be a Warden Spray, and maybe it should be. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it's totally a fair option. Yeah, so since he did that, I'll probably do this. I was debating on whether or not I want to play Butcher here on Keeper, because I do have the Chronicler, but we have 2 Stalking Shadows, so we'll get more units. Yeah, we'll just trade. I mean, we don't want to just give him 3 damage for free. So yeah, we don't have a ton of answers for the actual They Who Endure themselves, which is bad. But if we can apply enough pressure before that, we might be alright. And this is created by Warden's Prey, so that fits into his scheme, which is pretty annoying. Warden's Prey is very solid when you actually get that, which, like I said, that my Hapless might just want to be a Warden's Prey, just for the sake of at least creating some of the Death Scheme things, on top of actually being able to create a Shark. So yeah, most likely, it was actually in there for early blocks against Aggro, so it really is depending on what you're fighting against the most. So I might actually do this and reset this here. That allows me to not have that unit die to the sapling. It's not the strongest feel. Let's see what I get from Stalking Shadows first. So Monkey Idol's, like I said, that Monkey Idol's pretty trash card to actually get with Stalking Shadows. Because it doesn't actually do anything. Doesn't make it to the round start, so you don't really want to pick that unless you're like desperate for a Monkey Idol, which, you know, we're not super desperate right now. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep our health as high as possible. This is a favorable trade anyway. So we'll just go with this. Right, so he's taking out that. So we're going to need to see something decent from Stalking now. We have our 2 Jagged. Actually, on turn 5, he only has 6 mana. We'll just end up playing Gangplank. I mean, one of the best just value 5-drops right now. It's a solid top deck. You can use Stalking for later. Possibly get one of the other Rekindlers that we had. Yeah, we don't have a lot of options for kegs here. We don't really use a lot. Like, Parlay is really like the only thing that a keg will actually help, and only if we have a second Gangplank in hand. So it becomes a target for Butcher, just so I can get an extra unit out. He's just playing Callista. So we'll kill the keg. It becomes annoying, so I don't really want to attack with this and this because he has 2 favorable trades now. So we'll just attack with Gang. Get 4 damage through. Which isn't bad, but like I said, we're getting close to his They Who Endure being able to come out, and we don't have an answer for that in this deck. So it does definitely propose a massive problem. It's created by Warden's Prey, I'm assuming. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we need the Stalking Shadows right now because Monkey Idol's actually totally fine. Getting some health drains. Do an extra unit. He's going to attack with multiple things because he wants Callista to level up. I think we're okay for now. So we're going to do that or just pass turn. We'll take a trade. Don't really mind it. Now he could do a Glimpse Beyond to level up Callista, but he's already passed his attacking turn, so I don't care too much. Ooh, Black Spear is good now. So we'll definitely save these 2 mana here. Ideally can hit a nice Stalking Shadows for something. I mean, honestly, we'll probably just play Hecarim. That also works. So, They Who Endure will come down most likely this turn. It should be like an 8-8, 9-9, something along those lines. Well, maybe not. So again, we're going to level up Callista here. His strongest thing was the 4-3. So, I mean, it can be annoying, but it's not really the worst. So yeah, we'll go with this. If he doesn't have They Who Endure yet, that's great. We can keep trying to grind it out. This does pretty much no damage. This only does 1 Overwhelm and then 2 through. And he heals 2 here. Callista levels. Yeah, Black Spear felt definitely better at 4 mana, or at 4 damage there. So I've been asking for Black Spear buff for a while, so happy to see them get something like that. That's nice. Alright, so now he wants to play a They Who Endure. That's pretty terrible. I don't think we really have an answer for it. Pretty much can just do this. And then Atrocity wins in the game, which is most likely what's going to happen. We'll Stalking to see what we get. Do kind of need a Collector at some point if he doesn't have the Atrocity. That's our only out, really, next turn. But I'm guessing the Atrocity's coming down now. Yeah. Oh, not yet. Almost early emoted. No Atrocity gets at least interesting for a second here.
Calm mind and open heart greet the night.
So I'm going to need to heal a lot. He's got plenty of defense. So I need to not only heal a lot, but I need to live a turn as well. And he's Vile Feasting that. So that is kind of whatever at that point. So yeah, so I'm going to need the Neverglade Collector to come down here. Absolutely need that to come down. And we need to heal for a lot, which I don't think is going to work out super well. But we shall see how it goes. Oh yeah, stun 2 enemies is just finishes the game probably, I think. So we can heal for a few damage. lagged out, I guess. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this one's over. Can't really do anything against They Who Endure at the moment. Yeah, so I have two. I mean, I don't run Vengeance. Is there anything I actually need to stay in this game for? I'm trying to think of all my outs. Yeah, pretty much not. I mean, if he lets me play another Neverglade, like, some funny things could happen.
I want to go home.
Yeah, and if we had him anywhere closer, it would have been nice. Again, like, the Crescent Moon is obnoxious from Lunari right there.
Take a look at
And just open attack and he wins, yep. So that'll do it. Should have lost last turn if he had the Atrocity. I was expecting that, but not today. Alright, so, I mean, that'll be the video. I think what I'm going to do now is just kind of take this time to edit a few things. I think Warden's Prey is probably just better than Hapless here. And now this is not the most, like, refined gameplay I've put out, but this is more of a kind of deck building video guide as I've just gone through multiple variations of this deck, which has been super fun. So we have Rekindler Harrowing. That stuff is still fine. The other flex spot is definitely 3 Monkey Business might not be needed. That has felt kind of clogged lately, running 3 of those. I think 3 Neverglade would feel clogged as well, though. So we do have like 1 flex spot, and my gut's like, oh, well, I need an answer to They Who Endure, so put in like a Vengeance or something, and that could be the right answer. We are trying to rush more than that, though. We're not really trying to stall out in the sense that we can try to stop them from doing things. So I don't really feel like that's the best answer. I'd rather just help my win condition of pushing harder than doing something along those lines. I'm already running a lot of 2-drops, but I do love the Stirred Spirits here. I feel like when it gets awkward is my turn 3 and 4, so I'm looking for a 3 or 4 drop possibly to put in as a 2 of. And I'm not seeing a ton that like super interest me. The Mystifying Magician actually is hilarious. I know that I probably shouldn't even say that out loud. You guys will make fun of me. But it's pretty ridiculous when you have monkeys like this. It just turns your 1-drop monkey into a 5. So it's pretty nuts. You have some crazy combos. So it could be a funny thing. And I'll probably end up putting 1 in just for jokes at the end of this video, just so we can all take a good laugh. And I think another flex spot, I mean, there's a few other small flex spots here, but there's not a ton. The other thing you can put in is like a Ruination, but like I said, we're not trying to really slow down their win condition. So we'll just go 1 Mystifying Magician as a troll spot. I don't really want to put an additional Warden's Prey because I just don't want to have 6 1-drops and 3 zeros. It's just a little too heavy early. So Mystifying Magician could have some funny plays on either my kegs or my monkeys or Butcher or anything like that. Or a dying Monk Idol that's about to die. Actually, some pretty cool plays with the Mystifying. I've used that in a few decks. So as you can tell, sometimes the decks get a little bit janky here. Sometimes they're a little bit more serious, but we like to take some fun stuff in the Masters and mess around. I got to kind of cut to it at some point where I'm going to need to grind to make sure I'm staying in the top 700 so I can make the seasonal tournament at the end of this season. But that'll do it for this video, guys. So this is just a little update to the monkeying around deck, more of like a 2-part series. Normally I'll try to just probably make a video every, other day or so and make random other decks, random other gameplay styles. Sometimes it'll be a patch breakdown. Sometimes it'll be just me, just talking about a deck or doing something along those lines. But, got to plug the podcast here. So check it out anywhere you get podcasts. You can find it. SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play Music, anywhere you get podcasts, you can check that out. You can check us out also here on YouTube. We'll be putting more videos up like this, and we'll also be putting the podcast episodes, audio only, but we'll be throwing up the episodes as a video each week as well. That'll be cool. We're trying to get a few more guests coming up in the coming time, so we're pretty excited for that as well. And you guys, we have a Twitter, we have a Discord, we host tournaments in our Discord, we have we have a TikTok. No, we don't actually have a TikTok, but we got pretty much everywhere else. So you guys can like, follow, subscribe. It means the world. Any subscription really does mean a lot. We're trying to make a lot more content. Get out there, get our name out there a little bit. So I really appreciate any of the follows, any of the likes, any of the comments, and I'll respond to literally everything. So until next time, guys. Peace!